Learn to act as if nothing bothers you. Napoleon Hill's secret to emotional power. Are you tired of letting fear and doubt control your life? What if I told you there's a simple secret that successful people swear by, and it can change everything for you? In today's video, we're diving into Napoleon Hill's one mindset strategy, how to act as if nothing bothers you, and why mastering this skill can make you unstoppable. Stay tuned, because this could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Part 1, Introduction to Napoleon Hill's Philosophy. Napoleon Hill, one of the most influential self-help authors of the 20th century, profoundly shaped the personal development movement. His book, Think and Grow Rich, has inspired millions, teaching them the vital principles of success. Hill's teachings were not simply about accumulating wealth, but rather about fostering a mindset that could help individuals achieve their highest potential in all areas of life. One of the key themes in Hill's philosophy is the idea that thoughts are the foundation of success. He famously said, "What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This statement encapsulates the idea that our thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs shape our reality. If we can control our thoughts and maintain a positive, determined mindset, we can influence the world around us to reflect our desires and intentions. A central idea in Napoleon Hill's philosophy is the concept of acting as if nothing bothers you. This principle underscores the importance of resilience and emotional stability in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Hill's success philosophy advocates for the ability to maintain focus, remain composed, and make calculated decisions, regardless of external circumstances. The role of mindset in personal success. At the heart of Hill's teachings is the understanding that our mindset plays a critical role in determining the outcomes we experience. Success is not simply about taking the right actions, it is about maintaining the right mental attitude. Hill emphasizes that a positive mental attitude (PMA) is a choice, a deliberate decision to see the potential in every situation, rather than focusing on limitations or obstacles. The idea of acting as if nothing bothers you is a powerful tool in maintaining a positive mental attitude. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending that difficulties do not exist. Rather, it is about maintaining a sense of control and poise, no matter the circumstances. When you act as if nothing bothers you, you are taking charge of your emotional state, refusing to be shaken by external stressors. The importance of emotional control. One of the fundamental concepts in Hill's teachings is the necessity of emotional control. He believed that emotions like fear, frustration, anger, and doubt could cloud our judgment and prevent us from achieving our goals. Emotions are powerful forces, and they can either propel us forward or hold us back, depending on how we respond to them. Hill teaches that those who succeed are not necessarily those who are immune to negative emotions, but rather those who know how to manage them. Acting as if nothing bothers you is a form of emotional mastery. It's about developing the ability to stay calm under pressure, to maintain focus when things go wrong, and to not allow negative emotions to dictate your behavior. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing feelings or pretending to be invulnerable. Instead, it involves understanding the power of your emotions and making a conscious decision to manage them. When you can act as if nothing bothers you, you free yourself from the grip of reactive emotions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully and effectively to challenges rather than being driven by impulsive reactions. Building resilience through mental conditioning. Hill also emphasizes the importance of resilience in his philosophy. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks and continue pushing forward in pursuit of your goals. It is not just about bouncing back after failure, but also about developing a mindset that expects challenges and sees them as opportunities for growth. When you act as if nothing bothers you, you are essentially conditioning your mind to expect adversity and to deal with it in a constructive manner. This mental conditioning is what allows individuals to endure hardship without losing their sense of purpose. It's about building mental toughness, the kind of resilience that enables you to stay committed to your goals, even when the road ahead is filled with obstacles. Napoleon Hill suggests that resilience is developed through repetition. The more you practice emotional control and act as if nothing bothers you, the more natural it becomes. Over time, This mindset becomes a habit, and eventually it becomes part of your identity. You start to view challenges as a normal part of life, rather than as roadblocks that derail your progress. The power of positive self-talk. Another key aspect of Hill's philosophy is the importance of self-talk. The way you speak to yourself can either empower you or hold you back. Negative self-talk reinforces doubt and fear, while positive self-talk fuels confidence and determination. Hill encourages individuals to replace limiting beliefs with empowering affirmations and to continuously remind themselves of their potential for success. Acting as if nothing bothers you involves changing the internal dialogue you have with yourself. Instead of allowing negative emotions like fear or frustration to dominate your thoughts, you consciously choose to focus on solutions, opportunities, and the positive aspects of your situation. This shift in self-talk is crucial for maintaining emotional control and cultivating resilience. Hill's teachings suggest that affirmations, positive statements that align with your goals, can be a powerful tool for changing your mindset. By repeating affirmations such as "I am capable of overcoming any challenge," "I control my emotions," or "I remain focused on my goals regardless of external circumstances," you can gradually retrain your subconscious mind to reinforce a mindset of strength and composure. Acting as if, a practical approach to emotional mastery. While Hill's philosophy might sound lofty or idealistic, it is very practical. The idea of acting as if nothing bothers you is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing how you respond to reality. It's about recognizing that you have the power to control your reactions and emotional state. In practical terms, this means practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. It means pausing when you feel overwhelmed, taking a deep breath, and choosing to respond with calmness and clarity. When you act as if nothing bothers you, you are asserting your power to remain centered and composed in every situation, no matter how chaotic or challenging it may seem. Hill's philosophy advocates for self-mastery as a critical ingredient for success. He believed that mastering oneself, particularly one's thoughts and emotions, is the first step toward mastering the external world. In the same way that athletes train their bodies to perform at peak levels, Hill suggests that individuals must train their minds to maintain focus, stay positive, and act with purpose, even in the face of adversity. Part 2. The power of thought. Thoughts shape reality. One of the most profound teachings from Napoleon Hill is his assertion that what the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This statement encapsulates the essence of his philosophy. Our thoughts are not just passive reflections of our experiences, but active creators of our reality. Hill was adamant that the key to success begins with the mind, and that controlling our thoughts is the first step toward mastering every other aspect of our lives. At the core of Hill's theory is the understanding that our thoughts are powerful. They shape our emotions, decisions, and actions, which in turn influence the outcomes we experience. If we harbor positive thoughts, our actions will reflect that positivity, and our reality will be shaped by that energy. On the other hand, negative thoughts can limit our potential, creating a cycle of self-doubt and inaction. This is why Napoleon Hill emphasized the importance of controlling the mind to create a reality that reflects our desires. The law of attraction and the power of belief. Hill's philosophy is deeply aligned with the concept of the law of attraction, which states that like attracts, if you believe that you can achieve something, that belief becomes a powerful magnet that draws the right opportunities, people, and circumstances toward you. In contrast, if you harbor limiting beliefs, you unintentionally repel the very things that could help you succeed. The power of belief cannot be overstated. Hill repeatedly emphasizes that success is not just about taking action, but about believing in the possibility of success in the first place. This belief creates a mental framework that guides your decisions and actions, allowing you to see opportunities where others may only see obstacles. It shifts your mindset from one of scarcity and limitation to one of abundance and possibility. By teaching individuals to act as if nothing bothers them, Hill is encouraging them to embrace the belief that no challenge is insurmountable. It's a call to reject fear and doubt as valid responses to difficulties and to replace them with confidence in one's ability to find a solution. Hill understood that the most successful people are those who maintain a belief in their potential, regardless of the external challenges they face. Mental imagery, visualizing success. Hill's philosophy also incorporates the power of mental imagery. He believed that visualizing success was an essential component of creating it. When we can see ourselves achieving our goals in our mind's eye, we activate a part of our subconscious mind that works to make those images a reality. Hill encouraged people to mentally rehearse their success, creating a vivid and detailed image of what they wanted to achieve. Mental imagery is a powerful tool for reinforcing positive beliefs and overcoming doubts. By vividly imagining the success we desire, we are not only programming our subconscious to seek opportunities that align with our goals, but we are also conditioning ourselves to act in ways that are consistent with those mental images. This practice builds confidence and directs our actions with clarity and purpose. The concept of visualizing success ties into the principle of acting as if nothing bothers you. When you act as though nothing can disturb your peace of mind, you're mentally preparing yourself for success. You're projecting an image of resilience, confidence, and poise, which attracts the same qualities from the world around you. Reprogramming the subconscious mind. A central tenet of Hill's philosophy is that the subconscious mind is a powerful force that shapes our behavior and actions. The subconscious mind is constantly at work, processing the information we feed it, and it influences our habits, beliefs, and decisions. If we consistently feed our subconscious with negative thoughts and self-doubt, it will create a reality that reflects those beliefs. However, if we consciously choose to feed our subconscious with positive thoughts, empowering beliefs, and affirmations, it will begin to shape our reality accordingly. Hill's teachings suggest that the key to changing our reality lies in reprogramming our subconscious mind. One effective method he advocates is the use of affirmations, positive statements that reinforce the beliefs we want to cultivate. By repeatedly affirming our goals, values, and desires, we create new neural pathways in the brain that align with our vision of success. For example, if your goal is to become financially successful, an affirmation could be, "I am worthy of abundance, and I am open to receiving wealth in all forms." By repeating this affirmation daily, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind to align with the belief that wealth is not only possible but also deserved. The process of reprogramming the subconscious mind also ties into the practice of acting as if nothing bothers you. When you affirm that you are in control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you are asserting your power over your own mind. This shift in perspective enables you to respond to life's challenges with calmness and confidence, knowing that your thoughts shape the outcome. Creating a mental definite chief aim. One of the most important principles in Hill's philosophy is the creation of a definite chief aim. This is a clearly defining goal that serves as the guiding force behind every action you take. Hill teaches that the most successful people are those who have a clear vision of what they want to achieve and who consistently work toward that goal with focus and determination. Your definite chief aim becomes the mental image that drives your thoughts and actions. When you have a clear, concrete vision of your goal, you are more likely to stay on track, even when faced with obstacles. Acting as if nothing bothers you is crucial to this process, as it enables you to stay focused on your goal despite any setbacks or distractions. Hill's advice is to write your definite chief aim down, read it aloud every day, and imagine yourself already in possession of your goal. This daily practice reinforces the mental imagery of success and strengthens your belief in its possibility. Over time, your goal becomes ingrained in your subconscious mind, and your actions become aligned with the achievement of that goal. The power of positive thinking. While Hill's philosophy acknowledges the challenges and obstacles inherent in life, it ultimately encourages the power of positive thinking. Positive thinking is not about ignoring reality, but about choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems. When we choose to see opportunities in every challenge, we open ourselves up to creative solutions and growth. This focus on positive thinking aligns with Hill's concept of acting as if nothing bothers you. It is the deliberate decision to maintain an optimistic mindset, regardless of external circumstances. It is the refusal to let fear, doubt, or negativity dictate your behavior. By focusing on what you want rather than what you fear, you train your mind to act with purpose and intention. Hill's teachings remind us that success is not just about hard work, it is also about maintaining the right mental attitude. Thoughts have the power to shape reality, and when we choose to think positively and consistently act with confidence, we begin to manifest the success we desire. Part 3. The role of self-discipline in personal development. One of the most critical components of Napoleon Hill's philosophy of success is self-discipline. Hill consistently emphasized that self-discipline is the backbone of personal achievement and the key to achieving any goal in life. While talent, luck, and external circumstances may influence outcomes, it is self-discipline that ultimately determines whether a person can maintain focus and persist in the face of obstacles. In Hill's teachings, self-discipline is not just about adhering to strict rules or routines. It is about developing an inner strength and a commitment to your purpose, regardless of distractions or temporary setbacks. Self-discipline as a foundation of personal power. Napoleon Hill argues that self-discipline is the foundation of personal power. Without it, all other virtues such as desire, belief, and persistence are fragile and unlikely to lead to lasting success. Self-discipline is what transforms fleeting aspirations into real, tangible achievements. It is the force that prevents you from quitting when the going gets tough, that keeps you focused when the world around you is full of distractions. Hill teaches that self-discipline is essential because, in the absence of it, our desires and ambitions are like seeds without fertile soil. You may have the best ideas, the most potent vision, or the deepest desires, but without the self-discipline to follow through on those thoughts and intentions, they will remain just that, ideas and intentions without any real substance. This is why Hill repeatedly stresses the need for mental mastery, the ability to control our impulses, to make decisions in line with our deepest goals, and to commit ourselves fully to the pursuit of our dreams. The power of habit and routine. One of the most effective ways to build and maintain self-discipline, according to Hill, is by cultivating positive habits and routines. Hill recognized that the most successful people are not necessarily those with the greatest natural abilities, but those who have mastered their daily habits. Success, he believed, is the result of consistent, deliberate actions over time. Building the right habits is not an overnight process. It requires consistency, patience, and the ability to stay focused on your long-term objectives. Hill suggests that every person should create a plan, a set of habits or daily routines that support their goals. These routines should be deliberate and aligned with your overall vision of success. For example, if you want to improve your physical health, a daily exercise routine might be essential. If you want to build financial success, developing a routine around saving, investing, and learning about financial management is crucial. By repeating positive actions daily, you start to create momentum, and over time, these habits become second nature. This is the essence of self-discipline, not forcing yourself to act, but creating an environment in which success becomes inevitable because your habits are in alignment with your goals. Overcoming temptations and distractions. Self-discipline is particularly necessary when it comes to managing distractions and temptations. The modern world is full of distractions, social media, instant gratification, and external pressures, and it can be incredibly difficult to maintain focus on long-term objectives. This is where self-discipline plays a crucial role. It is the ability to say no to short-term pleasures in favor of long-term goals. Hill notes that many people fail to achieve their desired outcomes not because they lack potential, but because they are constantly distracted by immediate gratifications or by the noise of daily life. Self-discipline allows you to remain focused and to resist the pull of distractions. It's about learning to recognize when you are deviating from your path and having the strength to return to your original purpose. Hill teaches that self-discipline is also essential when it comes to managing emotions. It's easy to get swept up in feelings of frustration, anger, or self-doubt, especially when progress seems slow. However, Self-discipline allows you to manage these emotions and remain steady in your pursuit of success. It's the mental strength to stay calm under pressure, to make decisions with clarity, and to continue moving forward even when your emotions might try to steer you off course. The role of delayed gratification. Self-discipline is closely linked with the concept of delayed gratification, the ability to resist the temptation for an immediate reward in favor of a larger, more meaningful outcome in the future. Hill stresses that successful people are often those who understand the importance of waiting for the right rewards. They don't rush to gain instant satisfaction. Instead, they understand that true success comes from sustained effort over time. Delayed gratification is a powerful tool in achieving long-term goals. It requires you to develop patience and the ability to focus on the bigger picture. This might mean putting in years of hard work without seeing immediate results. But the ability to delay gratification is what separates successful individuals from those who give up too soon. For instance, in the context of wealth building, Hill often cited the importance of investing for the long term. Instead of spending money on fleeting pleasures, individuals with self-discipline understand that they should save, invest, and reinvest their money for the future. It's about making short-term sacrifices to secure long-term success. This principle also applies to personal growth and relationships. Whether you are building a business, cultivating new skills, or strengthening relationships, it requires effort and patience. The process may be slow and often requires sacrifices, but the ability to delay gratification will help you stay on course toward your goals. The connection between self-discipline and acting as if nothing bothers you. Self-discipline and the principle of acting as if nothing bothers you are deeply interconnected. To act as if nothing bothers you, you must first master self-discipline. When challenges arise, your ability to maintain control over your emotions and reactions will depend on your self-discipline. Without the ability to remain calm, focused, and consistent in your actions, it would be impossible to act as though nothing bothers you. Hill's philosophy encourages us to practice self-discipline in the face of adversity, instead of allowing external circumstances to disturb your inner peace. Self-discipline allows you to stay focused and composed, regardless of what is happening around you. This practice strengthens your resolve and enables you to make clear, level-headed decisions. The more you practice self-discipline, the easier it becomes to act as if nothing bothers you. It's a continuous cycle as you become more disciplined. You find it easier to maintain your calm and poise. And as you maintain your calm, you reinforce your self-discipline. Over time, this leads to a powerful mindset of resilience, one that not only enables you to achieve success, but also allows you to thrive in the face of challenges. The role of self-control in decision-making. Self-discipline is critical in decision-making. Hill believed that successful people are those who make decisions quickly and with confidence. While unsuccessful people tend to procrastinate and hesitate, the ability to make decisions without wavering or second-guessing is a product of self-discipline. When you have the discipline to follow through on your decisions and remain consistent in your actions, you build a reputation for reliability and integrity. You are no longer at the mercy of external influences or the opinions of others. Your ability to make sound decisions quickly is an important indicator of personal strength and leadership. Developing self-discipline as a lifelong journey. Building and maintaining self-discipline is not a one-time effort, but a lifelong journey. Hill advocates for constant personal development, the pursuit of knowledge, and the application of discipline in all aspects of life. As you continue to develop self-discipline, you will find that it becomes easier to stay on track with your goals, overcome distractions, and handle setbacks with grace. Hill's teachings remind us that self-discipline is the foundation upon which all other qualities such as persistence, patience, and belief in oneself are built. It is the muscle that helps you push forward, even when your desire to quit is strong. Without self-discipline, success remains elusive. Part 4, Overcoming Fear and Doubt, Essential for Success. One of the most pervasive obstacles to success, according to Napoleon Hill, is fear. Fear has the power to paralyze us, preventing us from taking action, making decisions, and ultimately achieving our goals. In his teachings, Hill emphasizes that fear and doubt are among the most significant forces that hold people back from realizing their full potential. He describes fear as the enemy of success, an invisible barrier that restricts growth and progress. However, Hill also provides a clear path for overcoming fear and doubt, teaching that they can be conquered through self-discipline, mental focus, and the development of a positive mental attitude, PMA. The 7 major fears that hold us back. In his famous work, Think and Grow Rich, Hill identifies 7 major fears that inhibit success. These fears are universal, affecting nearly everyone at some point in their lives. They include the fear of poverty. This fear is rooted in a deep anxiety about financial insecurity. It often leads individuals to make decisions based on scarcity, rather than abundance. 2. The fear of criticism. This fear prevents people from expressing themselves authentically or pursuing their true passions, out of concern for how they will be judged by others. 3. The fear of ill health. Fear of becoming sick or physically weak can lead to unnecessary stress and prevent people from living fully. 4. The fear of loss of love. This fear revolves around the possibility of losing relationships or emotional security. 5. The fear of old age. The fear of aging or losing vitality can affect one's sense of self-worth and prevent the pursuit of dreams later in life. 6. The fear of death. The fear of mortality can cause anxiety and hinder individuals from living with purpose and embracing life's opportunities. 7. The fear of failure. This is perhaps the most debilitating of all. Fear of failure prevents people from taking risks, trying new things, or even starting on the path to success. Hill argues that these fears are not inherent. They are learned and cultivated through past experiences, societal conditioning, and negative thought patterns. They often exist in our subconscious minds, limiting our potential without us even being fully aware of their influence. Therefore, overcoming these fears is not just a matter of confronting them consciously, but also rewiring our minds to respond differently to fear and doubt. The role of faith in overcoming fear. According to Hill, faith is the antidote to fear. Faith is the belief in your ability to succeed and in the process that leads to success. It is the unwavering confidence that, regardless of the obstacles or challenges you face, you are capable of achieving your goals. Hill argues that fear and faith cannot coexist in the same mind. The more you cultivate faith in yourself, the less room there is for fear to take hold. Faith is built through positive thinking, affirmations, and consistent actions toward your goals. When you affirm that you can overcome challenges and remain calm in the face of adversity, you are reinforcing faith. Hill encourages individuals to actively replace thoughts of fear with thoughts of faith. For example, when fear of failure arises, you can counter it by affirming, "I am capable. I have the ability to succeed, and I will take the necessary steps to move forward." Hill also emphasizes the power of faith in action. When you take decisive action toward your goals, even in the face of fear, you build a strong foundation for self-belief. The act of moving forward, even with uncertainty, proves to your subconscious mind that you are capable of handling challenges. Over time, this repeated experience of overcoming fear strengthens your faith and weakens the grip of fear. Transmuting fear into desire and determination. One of the most powerful tools for overcoming fear, according to Hill, is the ability to transmute that fear into a burning desire for success. When fear arises, instead of allowing it to paralyze you, you can use it as fuel for your ambition. Fear often stems from the unknown or the anticipated challenges ahead. But Hill teaches that it is precisely through overcoming these challenges that we grow and achieve success. Hill suggests that you can transform fear into determination by focusing on the outcome you want to achieve. When you connect your desire for success to a deep emotional drive, fear becomes a motivator rather than a hindrance. For example, if you fear failure in starting a new business, you can use that fear to drive you to work harder, plan more effectively, and stay committed to your vision. The fear of failure then becomes an opportunity to build resilience and sharpen your focus. This process of transmutation also ties into Hill's concept of a definite chief aim, when your focus is clear and your goals are aligned with your deepest desires. Fear no longer holds the power to derail you. Instead, fear becomes part of the journey towards success, motivating you to refine your strategies and develop a more robust sense of purpose. The importance of persistence in overcoming doubt. While fear is often a direct emotional reaction, doubt tends to creep in more subtly. Doubt is the nagging uncertainty that questions your abilities, your plan, or the path you've chosen. It is often born from external influences, criticism from others, a failure, or a lack of immediate progress. Doubt can be insidious because it tends to erode confidence slowly over time, undermining your resolve. Hill teaches that the antidote to doubt is persistence. Persistence is the unwavering commitment to your goals, regardless of temporary setbacks or failures. When you persist, you prove to yourself and others that you are capable of seeing things through to completion. Persistence strengthens your belief in your own abilities and helps to quiet the voice of doubt. Hill emphasizes that most people give up just before success is within reach. This is where persistence becomes crucial. Those who succeed are often those who continue moving forward in spite of doubt, failure, and fear. Every setback can be viewed as a lesson, an opportunity to refine your approach. Rather than as a reason to quit, persistence allows you to keep working toward your goals, building momentum and overcoming doubt. The power of focus and positive mental attitude, PMA. In overcoming fear and doubt, Hill underscores the importance of focus and maintaining a positive mental attitude. PMA. Focus is the ability to direct your energy and thoughts toward your goals without being sidetracked by external circumstances or internal negative thoughts. Hill teaches that those who focus on their goals with a positive mental attitude are far more likely to overcome fear and doubt because they see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. A positive mental attitude involves the decision to focus on solutions, opportunities, and possibilities. When you maintain a positive attitude, you train your mind to reject fear and doubt, choosing instead to focus on what you can control and how you can move forward. Hill explains that PMA is not about ignoring difficulties, but about refusing to let those difficulties overshadow your potential for success. Hill's teachings show that a positive mental attitude, combined with persistence and a clear focus on your goals, makes fear and doubt seem insignificant in comparison to your desire for success. When you align your thoughts with the belief that you can achieve your goals, and when you continue to act in line with those thoughts, fear and doubt lose their power over you. The role of decision and definite action. Hill concludes that one of the most powerful ways to overcome fear and doubt is through decisive action. When faced with uncertainty, taking action provides clarity, the simple act of moving forward, even if you don't have all the answers, can dissolve fear and doubt. Hill advocates for the habit of making quick decisions and acting on them without delay. Indecision, Hill argues, is one of the most powerful forms of fear. The longer you wait to take action, the more time fear and doubt have to take hold. Decision, on the other hand, is a force that propels you forward. The ability to make decisions quickly, even in the face of fear or doubt, gives you the momentum to keep progressing toward your goals. By taking decisive action, you not only reduce fear and doubt, but also prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. Each decision you make becomes a small victory that reinforces your belief in your abilities and helps to diminish the power of fear over time. Part 5. The importance of persistence and consistency. One of the central tenets of Napoleon Hill's philosophy of success is the concept of persistence. In fact, Hill considered persistence to be one of the most vital traits of successful individuals. He argued that success is not a matter of luck or inherent talent, but rather the result of consistent, focused effort over time. Hill's teachings emphasize that it is not enough to simply desire success or even to take initial action toward it. What ultimately determines whether or not we succeed is our ability to persist in the face of adversity and continue our efforts. even when obstacles arise. What is persistence? Persistence, according to Hill, is the continuous effort to achieve a goal, regardless of the setbacks, challenges, or failures we encounter along the way. It is the act of continuing to move forward when others might give up, when circumstances seem unfavorable, or when the road ahead appears uncertain. Persistence involves more than mere stubbornness. It is the ability to remain committed to your vision and keep taking deliberate actions toward your goal, no matter the difficulties. Hill describes persistence as a state of mind, suggesting that it is something that can be cultivated through mental conditioning and the development of positive habits. Persistence is not just about trying harder, it is about staying aligned with your goal, maintaining a clear focus, and pushing forward, even when the journey becomes tough. Why persistence is key to success. Hill explains that the road to success is rarely a straight path. Most people experience numerous challenges, failures, and moments of doubt before they reach their desired destination. In fact, Hill often spoke about the many famous individuals who faced rejection and failure before finally achieving their goals. For instance, he points out that Thomas Edison encountered countless failures before inventing the light bulb, and that Henry Ford had multiple business failures before creating the Ford Motor Company. These individuals succeeded not because they were invincible, but because they refused to give up despite the adversity they faced. Persistence allows you to continue your efforts even when progress seems slow or when setbacks make you question your abilities. When you persist, you show yourself that you can handle difficulties and that you are willing to keep going. No matter the challenges, persistence builds resilience and inner strength. It's the force that turns temporary failures into valuable lessons, rather than reasons to quit. Hill's perspective is that most people quit just before they are about to break through. He stresses that it is often the most challenging times, the moments when we feel like giving up, that precede the breakthroughs. If you persist long enough, your consistent efforts will pay off. Success doesn't always come easily, but it is the reward for those who keep going when others stop. The role of consistency in achieving long-term goals. While persistence is important, Hill also emphasizes the power of consistency. Persistence without consistency is like a fire that burns brightly for a moment and then fades away. It is not enough to have occasional bursts of effort. You must be willing to show up every day, consistently working toward your goals. Consistency is the glue that holds the effort together, ensuring that you stay on track over time. Consistency involves creating habits and routines that support your long-term success. Hill advises individuals to build small, positive habits that align with their vision. These habits, when repeated over time, compound into significant progress. It is through consistent actions, whether it's dedicating time to your business, practicing a skill every day, or working toward your personal development, that you make meaningful, lasting strides toward success. For example, if your goal is to become a successful writer, it is not enough to write sporadically or only when you feel inspired. True success in writing comes from showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. By committing to write every day, you not only improve your craft, but also build the habit of persistence that makes success possible. Overcoming the urge to quit. One of the most difficult aspects of persistence is resisting the temptation to quit when things get tough. Hill argues that the feeling of wanting to quit is universal. Even the most successful people experience moments of doubt and frustration. However, Hill teaches that this is the precise moment when persistence becomes crucial. When you feel like quitting, you are often closer to success than you realize. Hill explains that the key to overcoming the urge to quit lies in your determination and belief in your goal. The more strongly you believe in your purpose, the easier it will be to persevere through challenges. He also suggests that you take small, manageable steps toward your goal each day, which can help reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed. When you focus on making progress in small increments, the task at hand becomes more achievable, and the temptation to give up diminishes. Hill also advises breaking down larger goals into smaller, actionable tasks. This allows you to celebrate small wins along the way, which boosts your confidence and keeps you motivated. For instance, if your goal is to build a successful business, you can break this large goal into smaller tasks, such as creating a business plan, reaching out to potential clients, or researching marketing strategies. By focusing on the small steps, you make the process feel less daunting and increase your likelihood of success. Building persistence through mental conditioning. Hill asserts that persistence is a habit that can be developed through mental conditioning. Just as athletes train their bodies to perform at a high level, individuals can train their minds to remain focused and persistent in their pursuit of success. Hill suggests using affirmations, visualization, and positive thinking to cultivate mental toughness and reinforce your commitment to your goals. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. When you visualize your success regularly, you reinforce your belief in the possibility of achieving your goals. Hill advises that you create a clear mental picture of what success looks like for you and mentally rehearse achieving it. This practice strengthens your resolve and keeps you focused on your ultimate goal. Affirmations also play a key role in building persistence. By repeating positive statements about your ability to succeed, you create a mental framework that aligns with your goals. Affirmations such as "I am determined to succeed" or "I will keep pushing forward no matter the obstacles" help strengthen your commitment and fortify your belief in yourself. The power of the mastermind group in sustaining persistence. Hill also emphasizes the power of a mastermind group in maintaining persistence. A mastermind group consists of like-minded individuals who share common goals and who provide mutual support, encouragement, and accountability. Hill believes that surrounding yourself with people who are committed to success can significantly boost your own persistence. The support of others can help you stay motivated, provide new ideas, and offer constructive feedback when you face setbacks. A mastermind group creates an environment where persistence is not only encouraged but reinforced. By sharing your progress and challenges with others, you create a sense of accountability that pushes you to keep going, even when things get tough. This sense of community and shared purpose is a powerful motivator that helps individuals stay focused on their goals and committed to the process. Persistence as a reflection of character. Hill teaches that persistence is a reflection of an individual's character. It is the measure of a person's commitment to their values and desires. Those who lack persistence may have the talent or the resources to succeed, but without the ability to continue in the face of adversity, they will never reach their full potential. On the other hand, those who possess persistence, even when their circumstances are less than ideal, are the ones who ultimately achieve lasting success. Persistence is a character trait that defines individuals who rise above their challenges and achieve greatness. It is not about never failing, but about continuing to move forward despite failure, learning from each experience, and improving with each step. In this way, persistence becomes both a journey and a destination, a continuous process of growth, refinement, and ultimate achievement. Part 6. Building a Positive Mental Attitude (PMA). One of the central pillars of Napoleon Hill's success philosophy is the concept of the positive mental attitude (PMA). Hill consistently emphasized that success is not just about the external factors, opportunities, wealth, or circumstances, but primarily about the mindset we choose to cultivate. A positive mental attitude, Hill argued, is the foundation on which all achievements are built. It is a mindset that influences our actions, decisions, and interactions with the world around us. Without PMA, even the most talented individuals may falter, while those who maintain a positive outlook despite adversity are far more likely to achieve their goals. What is positive mental attitude (PMA)? Hill defines a positive mental attitude (PMA) as a state of mind that sees the good in every situation and is oriented toward finding solutions. Rather than focusing on problems, PMA is not just about being cheerful or optimistic in a superficial sense. It is about developing a mindset that is resilient, adaptable, and empowered to handle the challenges of life. A positive mental attitude is about having faith in your ability to overcome difficulties, taking responsibility for your actions, and remaining focused on your goals. No matter what obstacles arise, It involves approaching life with the belief that you have control over your circumstances and that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Hill emphasizes that PMA is not a passive attitude of everything will work out on its own. Instead, it is an active choice to remain focused on what you want, to believe in your ability to achieve it, and to take the necessary actions to turn your desires into reality. The power of thought in shaping reality. The foundation of PMA is the understanding that thoughts are powerful forces that shape our reality. Hill teaches that what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve it. Your thoughts determine your feelings, your actions, and ultimately, your results. By maintaining a positive attitude, you train your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems, opportunities rather than obstacles. PMA is about choosing what you think and, by extension, what you focus on. Most of us have experienced how our thoughts can affect our mood and behavior. If you wake up in the morning feeling negative, that mood tends to color the rest of your day. Similarly, if you approach challenges with a negative mindset, you are likely to see them as insurmountable obstacles. However, when you adopt PMA, you can transform your thoughts and approach situations with a belief that solutions exist, and you can find them. For Hill, developing PMA is a key step in taking control of your life. Instead of waiting for circumstances to improve, you take control of your mental state, thus creating the conditions for success. PMA is about choosing to believe in your power to shape your destiny, regardless of the circumstances that may initially seem unfavorable. The importance of surrounding yourself with positivity. Hill emphasizes that one of the quickest ways to build and sustain a positive mental attitude is by surrounding yourself with positive influences. He recommends seeking out individuals who encourage, uplift, and inspire you. The people you spend time with can significantly affect your attitude and mindset. If you are surrounded by negative, pessimistic individuals, it will be much harder to maintain PMA. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who have a positive, solution-oriented outlook on life, you are more likely to adopt the same mindset. This principle aligns with Hill's concept of the mastermind group, the idea that a group of like-minded individuals can come together to support one another and contribute to each other's success. A mastermind group provides the kind of positive reinforcement that can help you stay focused, motivated, and on track toward your goals. Hill teaches that no one is truly successful on their own. The support and encouragement of others, especially those who maintain PMA, are vital to achieving lasting success. The role of self-talk in developing PMA. Self-talk is one of the most effective tools Hill recommends for developing a positive mental attitude. The way you talk to yourself influences how you feel, how you act, and how you perceive the world. Hill asserts that the thoughts you entertain in your mind will ultimately dictate your actions and experiences. Positive self-talk reinforces a mindset of belief, self-worth, and empowerment, while negative self-talk feeds into doubt, fear, and insecurity. Hill suggests using affirmations as a powerful tool to reprogram your subconscious mind and reinforce PMA. Affirmations are positive. Present tense statements that affirm your goals and beliefs. For example, you might affirm, "I am capable of overcoming any obstacle. I am worthy of success," or "I attract opportunities to grow and succeed." Repeating these affirmations daily, especially when doubts or fears arise, can help shift your mindset toward a more positive, empowered outlook. The key to successful self-talk is consistency. Over time, the repetition of positive affirmations builds a new mental framework that supports your goals. This is why Hill emphasizes the importance of daily practices that keep your mind focused on what you want, rather than what you fear or doubt. The more you feed your mind with positive thoughts, the more natural it becomes to maintain PMA, even in difficult circumstances. PMA's role in conquering fear and doubt. One of the most powerful aspects of PMA is its ability to conquer fear and doubt. As discussed in earlier sections, fear and doubt are among the most destructive emotions that can hold individuals back from achieving their goals. When you maintain a positive mental attitude, you develop the ability to see challenges as temporary and manageable. Instead of allowing fear to control your actions, you respond with confidence, knowing that you can overcome any obstacle. Hill teaches that when you focus on the positive side of every situation, you eliminate the grip that fear and doubt have on your mind. For example, when you are faced with a challenge, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," you replace that thought with, "This is an opportunity for growth, and I have the skills and resources to succeed." This shift in thinking transforms the way you approach life and allows you to tackle difficulties with strength and determination. PMA helps you move through fear by focusing on the solution instead of the problem. By adopting a mindset that expects success and embraces challenges, you effectively neutralize the power of fear and doubt. The link between PMA and persistence. PMA is also directly linked to persistence, as a positive mindset helps you stay committed to your goals. Even when things get tough, when you maintain a positive attitude, you become more resilient in the face of challenges. You understand that setbacks are part of the journey and that every failure is an opportunity to learn and improve. Hill teaches that those who succeed are not those who never fail, but those who persist through failure with the belief that success is inevitable. PMA fuels persistence by maintaining a hopeful, optimistic outlook, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. The more you practice PMA, the easier it becomes to persevere through setbacks. Instead of seeing challenges as insurmountable roadblocks, you begin to view them as stepping stones to success. As you persist, you build confidence in your ability to achieve your goals, further reinforcing the positive mental attitude that drives your success. Maintaining PMA in adversity. One of the most important aspects of PMA is maintaining it during adversity. It's easy to stay positive when things are going well, but the true test of a positive mental attitude comes when faced with difficult times. Hill teaches that successful people do not allow external circumstances to dictate their internal state. Instead, they maintain their PMA no matter what challenges they face. Hill recommends using adversity as an opportunity to strengthen your mindset. He suggests that when faced with obstacles, you should ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? By focusing on the lessons and the opportunities for growth, you turn adversity into a stepping stone rather than an obstacle. This mindset helps you maintain PMA, even in the most challenging times. PMA as a daily practice. Developing and maintaining PMA is a continuous process that requires daily effort and attention. Hill encourages individuals to practice PMA every day, even in small ways. He suggests that every time you wake up, you should start your day with a positive affirmation or a thought of gratitude. Each day offers new opportunities to practice focusing on the positive, and the more you do so, the more natural it becomes. Hill also recommends surrounding yourself with positive influences, whether through reading uplifting books, engaging in constructive conversations, or simply seeking out people who share your positive outlook. By making positivity a part of your daily routine, you create an environment in which PMA can thrive. Part 7. The Power of Desire and Definite Chief Aim. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. According to Napoleon Hill, in his philosophy, desire is the most powerful motivator in the pursuit of success. Without a strong desire, Hill asserts, it is impossible to achieve anything of lasting value. Desire fuels persistence, guides decisions, and drives individuals to take action. However, it is not just any desire that leads to success, it must be a definite desire, linked to a clear, specific goal. This concept is closely tied to Hill's idea of a definite chief aim DCA, a clearly defined and focused goal that becomes the driving force behind all your actions. Desire is the starting point of achievement. Hill believed that everything in life begins with a desire. It is the spark that ignites the fire of achievement. Without desire, there is no ambition, no drive, and no motivation to take action. Desire is what propels individuals to pursue something greater than themselves, to step outside of their comfort zones, and to take risks in order to achieve their goals. Hill emphasizes that desire is not just a passive wish or a fleeting thought. A true desire is intense, burning, and all-consuming. It becomes an obsession with achieving something that is deeply meaningful to you. This kind of desire is what separates successful individuals from those who merely wish for success but never take any concrete steps toward achieving it. It is important to note that Hill defines true desire as something that is tied to a deeper purpose. It's not about seeking wealth, status, or success for their own sake. Instead, desire must be connected to a meaningful goal, something that resonates deeply with who you are and what you truly want to accomplish in life. The Definite Chief Aim (DCA). A key aspect of Hill's teachings is the concept of the Definite Chief Aim (DCA), which refers to a clear and specific goal that becomes the focal point of your life. Hill argues that without a definite goal, individuals are like ships adrift at sea, with no direction or purpose. The DCA serves as the compass, guiding your actions, decisions, and efforts. The Definite Chief Aim is not just a vague idea of what you want to achieve. It is a clear, written statement of your goal. It must be specific, measurable, and attainable, and it should be something that you are deeply passionate about. Hill advises that you write down your DCA and read it aloud to yourself every day as a way to reinforce your commitment and align your thoughts with your goal. By doing so, you keep the desire alive and continuously focus on the end result. Your definite chief aim should also be emotionally charged. Hill suggests that it must be something that you truly desire, something that excites you and makes you feel enthusiastic about your future. The more emotion and passion you attach to your DCA, the more energy and motivation you will have to take the necessary actions to achieve it. The power of a burning desire. A burning desire is a desire so intense and powerful that it drives you to take action, no matter what obstacles you face. Hill believes that a burning desire is essential for success because it keeps you focused and committed. Even when things get tough, this type of desire creates an inner fire that fuels persistence and motivates you to keep moving forward, even in the face of failure or adversity. Hill's philosophy teaches that a burning desire is not just about wanting something in the future, but about feeling that you have already achieved it in your mind. He advocates for mental visualization, where you vividly imagine yourself already in possession of your goal. By mentally rehearsing your success and feeling the emotions associated with it, you reinforce your desire and connect your subconscious mind to your desired outcome. Hill also emphasizes that a burning desire should be accompanied by a clear plan of action. Desire alone is not enough. Action is necessary to turn desire into reality. A burning desire must be backed by the persistence, self-discipline, and determination to keep working towards your goal, even when progress is slow or obstacles arise. Faith and desire, a symbiotic relationship. Faith and desire are inseparable in Hill's philosophy. Faith strengthens and amplifies desire, while desire fuels and energizes faith. Hill teaches that once you develop a burning desire for something, you must have faith in your ability to achieve it. Without faith, your desire will be weakened, and you will struggle to maintain the motivation to keep moving forward. Hill explains that faith is the belief that your desire is achievable. Regardless of how difficult the path may seem, faith is what keeps you going when doubts and fears arise. It is the inner knowing that your desire is possible and that you will find a way to make it happen. The more you cultivate faith in yourself and in your goal, the more your desire will grow stronger and more focused. Desire and the law of attraction. Hill's teachings also align with the concept of the law of attraction, the idea that what you focus on and believe in will come into your life. When you have a clear, burning desire for something, you send out a powerful mental signal to the universe, which begins to align people, resources, and opportunities to help you achieve your goal. Hill explains that the universe responds to the energy and focus you put out, and as you remain persistent and passionate about your desire, you attract the necessary circumstances to bring your goal to fruition. The law of attraction works in conjunction with the definite chief aim. As you visualize your goal and take consistent action, you align yourself with the universal forces that bring success. Hill stresses that this is not about passive wishing. It is about taking deliberate, focused action toward your goal while maintaining a strong belief that you will succeed. By attaching a burning desire to your DCA and combining it with faith, action, and a positive mental attitude, you create a powerful force that propels you toward your success. This combination of desire, belief, and action forms the foundation of Hill's philosophy on achieving your greatest aspirations. Overcoming resistance to desire. One of the greatest challenges in achieving your definite chief aim is overcoming resistance. This resistance often takes the form of doubt, fear, or external opposition. Hill teaches that resistance is a natural part of the process of achieving anything worthwhile, but it can be overcome by staying focused on your desire and continuing to take action. Regardless of setbacks, Hill advises that the key to overcoming resistance is persistence. When resistance arises, it is a sign that you are moving in the right direction, that you are on the verge of a breakthrough. He teaches that resistance should not be viewed as a reason to quit, but as a signal that you need to dig deeper, work harder, and remain committed to your goal. Another way to overcome resistance is through affirmations and visualization. By consistently affirming your belief in your goal and visualizing its achievement, you reinforce your desire and weaken the power of resistance. This mental reinforcement helps to keep you focused and aligned with your purpose. Desire and the role of planning. Hill emphasizes that desire alone is not enough to achieve success. It must be combined with a clear plan of action. A plan provides the roadmap for turning your desire into reality. Hill advises individuals to create a detailed plan for achieving their definite chief aim, breaking it down into actionable steps. This plan should be flexible, allowing you to adjust as needed, but it must be clear and actionable. A plan should also be aligned with your passion and purpose. If your plan does not excite you or align with your deepest desires, it will be difficult to maintain the motivation to follow through. Hill recommends revisiting and revising your plan regularly, as circumstances may change and new opportunities may arise. Part 8 Conclusion. Mastering the art of acting as if nothing bothers you. In the final part of our exploration of Napoleon Hill's philosophy, we circle back to one of his most powerful teachings, the art of acting as if nothing bothers you. This concept serves as the cornerstone of many of Hill's teachings about mindset, resilience, and success. Acting as if nothing bothers you is more than just a mindset. It is a lifestyle, a behavior, and a powerful tool that, when mastered, can elevate you to a level of success that most people never achieve. Hill's entire philosophy hinges on the understanding that our thoughts, attitudes, and mental state play a massive role in shaping our reality. While external circumstances can certainly influence our lives, it is our response to those circumstances that determines our success or failure. Acting as if nothing bothers you is the ultimate way to demonstrate mental strength, persistence, and the ability to remain focused on your goals, regardless of the chaos or adversity you might face. The power of mental mastery. Acting as if nothing bothers you is a direct application of mental mastery. Hill teaches that the mind is our greatest asset, but it is also the most challenging aspect of our being to control. Most people let their thoughts run wild, and they become slaves to their emotions and external circumstances. However, when you master your mind, you gain the ability to remain calm and focused, even in the most stressful situations. Mental mastery is a skill that can be developed over time with consistent practice. It begins with a decision to control your thoughts and emotions. Instead of reacting to stress, fear, or doubt, you choose how you will respond by intentionally practicing positive thinking, mindfulness, and emotional regulation. You train your mind to stay grounded, even when external forces try to disrupt your peace. Acting as if nothing bothers you doesn't mean that you ignore problems or pretend that they don't exist. Rather, it means that you approach challenges with a calm, focused mind, confident in your ability to find a solution. This attitude allows you to deal with setbacks effectively without becoming overwhelmed, anxious, or discouraged. Resilience, the ability to bounce back. Hill emphasizes the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, disappointments, and failures without losing momentum or faith in your goals. It is an essential part of acting as if nothing bothers you, as it enables you to maintain your composure and keep moving forward. even when things don't go as planned. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is a trait that can be developed through practice and perseverance. Every time you face a challenge and choose to keep going, you strengthen your resilience. The more resilient you become, the easier it will be to act as if nothing bothers you, because you will no longer be shaken by setbacks or external obstacles. Hill teaches that one of the key elements of resiliency is a strong belief in your own ability to succeed. When you believe in your potential and in the process, setbacks feel less like failures and more like temporary obstacles that can be overcome. This belief in yourself allows you to stay focused on your long-term goals and continue taking action, no matter what challenges arise. Emotional control, the key to mental strength. Emotional control is another critical element of acting as if nothing bothers you. Hill's teachings stress that the ability to control your emotions is what separates successful individuals from those who fail to reach their potential. Emotions, particularly fear, frustration, and anxiety, can cloud our judgment and prevent us from taking effective action. By mastering emotional control, you can eliminate the power that negative emotions have over you and remain focused on what truly matters. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your feelings. Rather, it involves acknowledging your emotions, understanding where they come from, and choosing how to respond. When you can manage your emotions effectively, you are no longer at the mercy of your feelings. Instead, you remain calm and focused, making clear-headed decisions that align with your goals. Hill suggests that you can strengthen your emotional control through mental conditioning and daily practice. When faced with a difficult situation, take a moment to pause and center yourself. Breathe deeply, focus on your goals, and remind yourself that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. This practice of mindfulness and emotional regulation will allow you to maintain your composure in even the most challenging circumstances. The role of faith and belief. At the heart of acting as if nothing bothers you is faith. Faith in yourself, in your abilities, and in the process of achieving your goals. When you have faith, you are not easily shaken by challenges because you know that they are temporary and surmountable. Hill teaches that faith is the driving force behind perseverance. It is what keeps you moving forward when others might quit, and it is what allows you to maintain a positive outlook, even when things don't go according to plan. Faith is not just a passive feeling, it is an active belief in your ability to succeed. Hill emphasizes that faith is built through repetition and action. By consistently affirming your belief in your goals, visualizing your success, and taking persistent action toward your dreams, you reinforce your faith. As your faith grows stronger, it becomes easier to act as if nothing bothers you, because you trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Focusing on what you can control. A key aspect of acting as if nothing bothers you is focusing on what you can control. There will always be external circumstances that are beyond your control, but your thoughts, actions, and responses are entirely within your power. Hill teaches that successful individuals focus their energy on what they can control, rather than worrying about things they cannot change. By focusing on your actions and your mindset, you regain a sense of agency and empowerment. This focus allows you to remain calm in the face of uncertainty and to keep moving forward. Even when circumstances are beyond your control, acting as if nothing bothers you means choosing to focus on what you can do in any given situation, rather than being paralyzed by fear or frustration. Living with purpose and vision. Finally, acting as if nothing bothers you is deeply connected to living with purpose and vision. When you have a clear vision of your goals and a sense of purpose, setbacks and challenges become less daunting. You know that they are simply part of the journey toward achieving something greater, and they no longer have the power to distract you from your mission. Hill teaches that a definite chief aim DCA is crucial in this process. When you have a clear goal, everything else falls into perspective. You become laser focused on achieving that goal, and nothing, no obstacle, setback, or negative emotion can shake your resolve. This unwavering focus and clarity give you the strength to act as if nothing bothers you, because you know that your purpose is bigger than any temporary difficulty. Taking action with confidence. Acting as if nothing bothers you ultimately comes down to taking consistent action with confidence. When you maintain a positive mental attitude, manage your emotions, and remain focused on your definite chief aim, you develop the confidence to act boldly without being deterred by fear or uncertainty. The more action you take, the more momentum you build, and the more you reinforce your belief that you can overcome anything that stands in your way. Hill's teachings remind us that success is not about avoiding problems or challenges, but about facing them with a calm, focused, and resilient mindset. By mastering the art of acting as if nothing bothers you, you unlock the full potential of your mind, your emotions, and your actions, paving the way for lasting success. Now that you've unlocked the secret to a powerful, unshakable mindset, it's time to put it into action. Remember, success isn't just about what happens around you, it's all about how you choose to respond. If you're ready to take control of your thoughts and achieve your goals, don't forget to hit subscribe for more insights from Napoleon Hill and other success legends. Leave a comment below and share how you're going to start acting as if nothing bothers you today. Let's start building your unstoppable success together.